Coming up, the world reacts to the release of COVID-19 vaccines. And later, the Hawkeyes are on a winning streak. Welcome to DITV Now, your flash update on all the biggest headlines coming out of the Daily Iowan newsroom. I'm Elizabeth Neruda. After nearly a year, the first doses of the COVID-19 vaccine are on their way. The UK announced last week that they were approving the distribution of Pfizer's vaccine. People could get the vaccine as early as this week. The FDA will meet this week to review Pfizer's data and discuss the possibility of approval in the US. If approved, rollout of the vaccine could begin before Christmas. The first doses in Iowa will go to healthcare workers and residents of long-term care facilities.
The federal government has developed a long-term care pharmacy partnership, and that is a program that leverages national pharmacies to help administer the vaccine in long-term care facilities. This will allow us to quickly and efficiently vaccine our most vulnerable population first in communities across the state.
Vaccines like these typically take years to produce. So many Americans are doubtful of the vaccine's effectiveness and safety. However, neither Moderna nor Pfizer's vaccines have led to harmful effects in participants so far. New COVID-19 cases in Iowa are slowing, but deaths continue to rise. Last week, 307 Iowans died of COVID-19. At the UI, over 2,700 students have tested positive since the semester began. A presidential search committee is working to replace University of Iowa President Bruce Harreld. Harreld announced his retirement in October.
And I've agreed that I will stay exactly where I'm doing what I'm doing until a replacement is found.
The search committee is made up of university professors and deans, undergraduate and graduate student body presidents, and prominent members of the Iowa City community. They're working with the firm AGB Search to replace Harreld. The committee plans to hold listening sessions in the upcoming weeks so students, faculty, and staff can share what qualities they want in a new president. It is expected that finalists will be determined by the end of April.
The Iowa Hawkeyes were going for their fifth straight win on the season and their fifth straight win against Illinois as they traveled to Champaign for this Big Ten matchup. It was Illinois who struck first as Brandon Peters found Josh Amorta-Bebe to take a 7-0 lead, which Illinois would later improve to 14-0. But the Hawkeyes would wake up in the second quarter as Spencer Peters finds Sam Laporta for the touchdown to make it 14-7. The Hawkeyes would keep the momentum going in the second half as Peters finds Amir Smith-Marset for the touchdown, and after a 2-point conversion would make it 21-14. The defense would prove dominant in the second half, giving Illinois no chance of a comeback, the final score being the Iowa Hawkeyes 35, Illinois 21.
Fortunately, how you start's not as important as how you finish, and just really, really proud of our guys, the way they handled today's game and the adversity we faced in that first 17, 20 minutes, whatever it might have been, because it was rough there for a while.
That was Athens that we ran, and it was cover one, and I ran right up the seam, and Spence got me a great ball, and the closest person to tackling me was actually Sean. He was right there to celebrate with, so that was awesome. It was a great feeling.
The men's basketball team got their third straight win, led by Luka Garza, showing again why he's the best player in the country. They'll have a real task when North Carolina comes to town on Tuesday. And the women's basketball team also got their third straight win, this one being against Big Ten opponent Wisconsin. They were again led by freshman Caitlin Clark, who had 23 points.
Maintaining good mental health during the winter months can be difficult. However, the UI offers students tools to battle seasonal depression. DITV reporter Ashley Wheel has more on what being conscious of mental health looks like this winter.
Seasonal affective disorder, or SAD, is very common this time of year, but the university offers many resources that can help students struggling with SAD or any form of depression.
And so we'll see folks having sort of greater incidence of depression, particularly kind of again at this point in the year when the days are shorter, darker, colder, people have to start sheltering in more. And the pandemic is not helping that in any way, shape, or form.
One tool the university offers are light therapy boxes, which are bright lamps that produce high-intensity light to help counteract symptoms. They are great to use while eating, studying, or any passive activity.
What the light is doing is sending signals to your brain. So when you get less light, it kind of affects your brain chemistry. Serotonin and melatonin specifically, so kind of your mood, your energy levels, and your sleep.
Through the university, students can check out a Lightbox for a month at a time for free. They can then test it out and see how it can help. It is advised to use the Lightbox for 30 minutes, and it's important to use it every day. Lightboxes are not meant to completely replace other forms of mental health support and should be accompanied by staying active, eating well, or talking to counselors and getting medication if needed.
And it doesn't mean it works for everyone or it's this great change, but for those students who find it really useful, it's a great tool.
Be sure to take advantage of the university's resources and reach out if you're struggling in any way. From the University of Iowa, Ashley Wheel, DITV.
Today will be partly sunny with a high of 41 and low of 24 degrees. The temperature will hover around 50 degrees for the rest of the week. Thanks for tuning in to DITV Now for the latest on the University of Iowa, Iowa City, and Hawkeye Nation. We'll be on hiatus until mid-January. From Iowa City, I'm Elizabeth Neruda. Have a great day.